Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning everyone. I am Raditya Cahyadi and I am from Big A, the 6th semester of English Language Education Study Program of State Islamic Institute of Palopo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I attend in here as a presenter for today. And in this next occasion, I would like to show you a short video. Especially in this video, I'm going to present my journal. But before we are going to main presentation for today, let me mention and let me tell you about the title of my journal. Well, the title of my journal is The Effectiveness of Using Recycled Media to Decrease Students' Grammatical Errors in Writing Descriptive Text. Well, and then in this next occasion also, I'm going to divide my presentation into 3 parts. The first, of course, about the introduction, include the background, why I choose this title. And then, the second part is talking about the review of related literature, include the definition of writing, the definition of descriptive text, the definition of grammatical error, and the definition of recycled media. And the last part will be talking about the research method of research method, and also findings and discussion. Because we have a limited time, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get started with the first explanation. Thank you. Well, my beloved brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of this presentation, I'm going to present about the introduction, include the background, why I chose the title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we know that Indonesia nowadays have a serious problem with non-organic waste. Because why? Because that waste, that non-organic waste, cannot be recycled. That's why we need the creative thinking on it to make or to use the waste or non-organic waste to be the main material to create teaching media. Or also we call it by recycled media. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I take the title of my journal, The Effectiveness of Using Recycled Media to Decrease Students' Grammatical Errors in Writing Descriptive Text. Because in Indonesia, I told you before that in Indonesia there are a lot of problems with non-organic waste. It means that we need to think hard, or what should we do to use that non-organic waste to be main material of to make or to create teaching media, to help all the teacher make sure and the learning activity running well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next part or the second part, I'm going to talk about review of related literature, ladies and gentlemen. Especially in this part, I'm going to read all the definition of 4 of them. I told you before, the definition of writing, descriptive text, grammatical error, and also recycled media. I'm going to read it for you because why? Because all the definitions I took from the expert. It means we didn't allow to make it unclear even one letter. It means that we have to make clear all the definition from the expert. So I'm going to read it for you. Well, for the first is the definition of writing. According to Brown, 2001, 336, writing is a thinking process. Furthermore, it starts that writing can be planned and given with an unlimited number of repetitions before it relies. And then, according to Lin's 2006-98, also states that writing is a combination of process and product of discovering ideas, putting them on paper, and working with them until they are presented in a manner that is polished and comprehensible to readers. Thus, it is stated that writing is a thinking process of discovering ideas then written on the paper. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next is the definition of descriptive text. Let me read for you. According to King, 2005, 352, states description is about sensory experience, how something looks, sounds, and tastes. Mostly it's about visual experience, but description also deals with other kinds of perception. According to Garrett and Wignall, 1995-108, divide descriptive text is kind of text which is aimed to describe a particular person, place, or things. It can be concluded that descriptive text is a text for described person, place, or a thing by visual experience. Well, the next is grammatical errors. Grammatical error is a term used in perspective grammar to describe an instance of faulty and unconventional or controversial usage, such as a misplaced modifier or an inappropriate verb tense, also called usage error. Compare grammatical error with correctness. It's also known as error, usage error, grammar error, or mistake, bad grammar. And the last is the definition of recycled media. Based on the categories of their use, media is classified into two kinds. The first is classified with media or media by utilization, and customization or media by design. In this study, developed is a media designed to meet the needs of the media recycled material. According to their understanding, recycling is the same material used several times to make the same or similar product, and thus might conserve the basic materials necessary for production. According to Enterprise and Asega 2004 and 42. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and then the last part is talking about research method and findings and discussion. Well, I am as a reader of this journal used quantitative research. It means that I'm going to analyze, measure all the data. So it's what's that? It's talking about number, yeah, of course. And then the last is findings and discussion. Even this research are not already due in this year because there are coronavirus affect us. So, but don't worry, I already prepared the hypothesis of this research. In this case, the written analysis, the errors made by the students include the uses of grammatical rules, vocabulary choice by implementing error analysis. The errors that are analyzed, such as the use of preposition, subject pronoun, object pronouns, possessive case, verb choice, writing questions, and conditional sentence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all about my presentation of my journal. I'm so sorry if you still find any mistakes or weakness on my video. Hopefully you can got a lot of knowledge on my presentation. I think that's all. Let's say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck and see you on top.